Hey guys, how y'all doing? Alex here in Toronto, Ontario on a busy Saturday late afternoon. Today's is Saturday, September the 9th? Are we even 9th today? Let me check. Yes, we are. And there's the time right there. And unfortunately, it's another overcast day, but it's not really stopping us from going out, right? And also, it's the same temperatures as yesterday. It's like 20 Celsius. It's fair. It's nice, quite gorgeous, despite the lack of sun. But yeah, Ossington Avenue is once again closed. I think just for today, for the Ozfest 2.0, as I call it. But really, the BIA has put on the Ossington Summer Send-Off Fest, very similar to the Ozfest, which took place in July, but it's more of highlighting the businesses on Ossington, and that part of Ossington is more trendy than the stretch I'm walking through now and others. But of course, you know me, I don't film for festivals anymore. It's too loud, too crowded, and lots of copyrighted music blasting. And it just wouldn't be good at all. At least for me. I mean, I like festivals. I love taking in all the culture and scenes, because you know that is Toronto for you guys. But for filming, nah, not so much. But wasn't sure what walking video to film. But I did film a walk up Ossington. Actually, it was down Ossington because it was heading south. It was back in January. But I've never filmed a walk north of Ossington. So we're walking north up the west side. And I'm not sure where I'm going to end this video up. Maybe Hallam Street or DuPont. I don't know. We'll just see. But the area is more trendy, as I just mentioned, between Dundas and Queen Streets. Nice old houses, apartments, almost giving off some Plateau Montreal vibes. But a lot of the buildings here, they're a bit worn out. Like that one, for example. And I did a lot today. Okay, maybe not so much, as I mean, I did start school this week, so it haven't really filmed too much, although I still went out and got my usual exercise, because you know I walk a lot, and I film whatever I can. And lately for me, it's just been filming walking videos at least once a day. So let's grab a not a good thumbnail, especially with the Catholic school on the right and the amount of trees blocking it. But there's a couple of more events happening this weekend as we were winding down summer. There's the Kingsway Fest on Bloor, which I didn't go to, and then there's a Taste of North York taking place at Melaspin Square. So I went there. It was quite nice, and they turned on the fountain. I don't think I've ever seen the fountain on over there. It was either like not in a while or probably not at all. But it was quite spectacular. Actually, before that, I filmed a ride on the Excelsior Hybrid on the 32. And then later, it was around it was just after 3, I filmed a ride on the New Flyer Electric. The electric counterpart. It was on the 135, so I went east up to Warden, and then I just took the subway all the way down here and just took the 63, walked down and up through the festival, and now I'm just walking to wherever I'm gonna end this, because I am gonna take the 63 home. So at some point I am gonna cross to the other side of the street.
Like the drop shot. It was like really mixing it up around the court. Whereas mid didn't.
Okay, I had Almost sort of a British accent. But we're going uphill a little bit. There's some streetcar tracks here, which are sometimes used for diverting streetcars around. Sometimes I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I'm autistic, and sometimes I have a tend to stumble or come off as a bit unclear on things. So I do apologize, but I mean, that's me. So if you don't like it, well, deal with it, or you can go watch something else. Never noticed that pink there. Yeah, after several days of frickin' heat, it's pretty cool out. Even though it's still late teens, early 20s. And you know, I'm gonna be a lot busy with school, but I'll try to film when I can. You know, the usual stuff that you always see on my channel. Of course, I post 3 times a day, one in the morning, one at lunchtime, and then one in the evening. Or if there's something special, then I just post 4, so. And now we're coming up to College Street, so I believe this is the Little Italy district. And I'm not sure how long these sidewalks have been here, more like of a mid to late 2010s thing. But the brick sidewalk, it's very cool. And you got this nice art depicting the scene. Got an old CLRV streetcar. CLRV stand for Canadian Light Rail Vehicle, even though it was obviously a streetcar physically. But it does resemble light rail, but there's too many similarities and differences, so. Alright, College Street. And I think we'll stay on this side for now. Maybe when we get to Harvard or Bloor, I'll cross over. But I'll walk up a bit faster.
Hey man, you said we do that Norfolk Region.
And now, so mostly Ossington, as we're heading north, it's mostly residential, but there's a few small stores here and there. Old Fiat, probably from the 90s. I noticed that as I was on the bus. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the temperatures. I hope it doesn't go back up to freaking late 30s or early 40s, because I did not want to deal with that shit. Because, of course, I mean, I still went out. I didn't film any walking vids. I still filmed, like, buses and elevators. But it was still pretty damn hot. Had to spend very little bit of money on water bottles. Use cash. I try not to use credit or debit much. Luckily me, I don't really have to worry, even though by the time I'm done, I'm gonna be thirsty. So the neighborhood I was just in, not just in, but when I started was in the Trinity Bellwoods neighborhood. Now I think we're in, what the hell are we at right now? Oh, Palmerston. Yeah, we're in the Palmerston Little Italy district. And then north of here is not Seaton Village, Dovercourt Village. But there's already a lot of neighborhoods that we're walking through, and obviously if I add the specific neighborhoods I'm walking through right now, it's just going to exceed the character limit, you know, when I'm making the title. So it's just going to be walking Ossington Avenue in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And then in the description I'll just put simply from Dundas to blah blah blah. I've never filmed north of Bloor, so maybe we could do that, but I don't think it'll go up all the way to where it ends at Davenport. So maybe it'll end, as I just mentioned, either Hallam Street or DuPont. We'll see, and then I'll hop on the 63. And there's Harvard Street. I filmed a walking video on that street back in the spring. It was either spring or early summer. Can't remember. But there's some nice homes along that street. Specifically, the west end of downtown, which, by the way, we are west of the downtown core. But once you enter downtown, that's when you see the nice homes, because technically that area is also called South Annex, as I just snapshot a thumbnail. Gonna be meeting up with my buddy Yahya tomorrow, whom you see in many videos. He was away for the entire summer, so I haven't seen him since June. So tomorrow will be our first time meeting up in nearly 3 months. I know I've been going almost every day, but you gotta take the fresh air, make some money. Okay, it's not much, but still. Well, at least I don't have lots of homework yet, but probably over the next couple of weeks, taking all that stress, I probably won't have much time, even though I'll be tempted to, but Although I always bring my camera when I'm going to or from school. Obviously, you guys already know. Because like, you never know what 8200 2010 NG diesel. And here is Harvard Street. Looking to the east. Yeah, I could have crossed here, but oh well. We'll cross over to the other side at Bloor, which is the next streetlights. There's a 94 Wellesley Street bus. Nova LFS, so it's a Birchmount route. Previously it was Mount Dennis, but I prefer seeing out of Birchmount than Mount D anyway. Speaking of division allocations, you know, I don't comment on the discussion threads. I read a lot of them because, like, that way, you know, anybody can be up to date on which unit is retired or still standing or wherever. And October, finally, after 2.5 years, Route 71, which is currently served by Queensway, will be heading back to Mount Dennis Garage. I've been waiting for this for so long. Even though I filmed a ride on it, but it was one of these routes I hated because it was served by Queensway, and yet the freaking route loops around the Mount Dennis Garage, so it's kind of like they're trespassing. So yeah, you bet your ass I'm gonna be getting a couple rides on that route on an OG Hybrid or a New Flyer. So unfortunately though, the 45 and 945 will remain at Queensway. But if the 71 is moving back to Mount Dennis, that probably means the 77 will follow suit as well, because they both interline it sometimes. But yeah, it made no sense to have the 71 at Queensway in the first place, especially with the 45 and 945 at Mount Dennis. Like, transfer it back to Queensway, but there's too many constraints. The only reason why they're doing this is to pick up 600, like more 600 rad crews. If you're not from Toronto, then you probably won't know what I'm talking about. But also, they're starting major construction at Kipling Station, so yeah, looking forward to it. But I'm still avoiding the 45 unless I absolutely have to take it. So now we're going to see the 71 in its own territory after the McNichol changes, because it caused a lot of weird changes. And believe me, there's already a list of them that I'm not even happy about still. And even though I've already filmed rides on them, it's pretty ugly. It's pretty freaking ugly, so I just want to like avoid doing that unless there's a big change. So the 71 is an example. There's a McDonald's that has been here since the mid 2010s. Now, my dad told me this place was sketchy, but it's not actually. When I went in there back in the winter, and the people there are actually very nice, and they even helped me out by using out some of the gift cards. This is busy Bloor Street West. There's the 161, which will take me to my old hood of Silverthorne in York. That guy was smiling at me. All right, so we will cross over at the other side. I mean, at the crosswalk. And here's Ossington subway station. Let's get another thumbnail here. And this station opened in 1966 on the original Bloor-Danforth subway line. You can kind of hear it through the ventilator. This is the station I would always go to. Oh, she's on the phone. Well, that's the station I always go to when I'm charging to the 161. That's if I'm heading from downtown back to Silverthorne. Or whatever times if I'm coming back from Belgravia, of course I would. And if I'm around the west end, it makes more sense to take this 63. But it's already the same amount of journey it takes with the 63 to get home, or even with a subway. Because don't forget, I live between Eglinton West and Glencairn stations. Although that varies sometimes, because sometimes I don't want to step into North York where Glencairn is, so I would have to take the 109. But I already went into North York, so I could probably just take the subway one stop, which I don't really want to do, but home is right there. Sometimes I always forget to cross to the other side, so for the first time in this video, we'll be just crossing the street. Doing some construction right at the back. And there's that old mosque, cathedral, whatever. It's not a cathedral, but still. I forgot the name of it. My dad and I always drove through here, and I've always took notice of that place. It's huge. I'll find the name of it on Google Maps once I cross over. Looks like we lost that lady behind me. She was wearing sunglasses, and I think she's been walking same direction since I started the video, but she's gone into the subway. There's a squirrel. Tail looks white. What do you want, boy? Yeah, growing up, almost every single freaking squirrel I've seen is black. It's very uncommon to see gray ones or white ones, because okay, well there are 2 white ones in my area. Very rare, of course, but for the majority of them, it's black. And I'm very glad to live in a city where all we got are black squirrels, because they're not seen anywhere else outside of Ontario. Okay, well, in Michigan, Ohio, a little bit of a northeastern USA, but I've already talked about this before. They are not common anywhere else outside of Ontario. So we're pretty damn lucky. Maybe if I did live in a city like Calgary or Montreal or Ohio, okay, no, maybe like Midwest. Oh my God, I would not enjoy the wildlife. Because gray is a bit on the colorless side. Gray is boring, but black, it makes them more adorable. And that's why I don't hesitate to stop and look at them and film them. So, also, the squirrels here are very friendly too. Same with our Toronto trash pandas, the raccoons. But lately, a lot of them have been more aggressive, and sadly, I haven't seen one in so long. But they're everywhere. Okay, I said I was gonna look up the name of this place. Alright. Okay, so that's the Ukrainian Catholic Church of the Holy Protection of the Mother of God. Okay, so it is a Catholic church. Alright, I think at this point I might want to start wrapping up, but that's if I can walk to the nearest bus stop. Okay, 63 north, 7 minutes. I guess we'll keep walking until time shrinks. I don't mind. So I think now my goal is to end this video at DuPont Street. Unless a bus arrives. There's Essex Street. Like Essex County in England and Ontario respectively. Yeah. A lot of counties, cities, towns in Ontario, specifically the Southwest, are really named. Whoa! Wow! Look at this! I bet you Elsa McFall would like that. Look at this green. Let's take a little detour here. Oh my god. Okay, that's a pretty cool green. Wow. Definitely an old 19... Oh, it's a Buick. Wow, that's nice. Yeah, I actually like classic cars myself too. That's neat. Yeah, nice, lovely green. Pretty freaking cool. Hey look, Manchester Avenue, like Manchester, England. There's a small coin laundry. Or laundromat rather. Nice light blue on that, so it's definitely old school in there. And here's Hallam Street. Oh great, 4 minutes. So the next stop is DuPont Street. Oh boy, maybe I should end things off right here. Or should I just... Okay, what the hell? DuPont is just up the street, up the road from here anyway. And besides, I think there's another one behind it. Alright, so that will meet my expectations, but still a hell of a walk. Okay, I spoke too soon. Never mind, bus is here. So anyway guys, I want to thank you all for watching. And if you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. As always, stay tuned for more videos. Check out my numbers as well. And I'll see you guys all on the next one. So take care, adios, and bye-bye. Peace out.